Comenzamos.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos de Telehit? Bueno, estoy aquí con un gran músico, actor, hombre, talentoso, qué bárbaro. Y conmigo está Drake Bell. Welcome to Mexico again.
Thank you so much.
I know you've been here before. Is it, your third time here in Mexico?
Fourth.
Oh, nice. So what do you think?
Fourth trip for my music and for business, but I've been to Mexico many times.
Occasions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your third baby.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to know why that name.
I like how you said that because my music really is that important to me, and when I speak about it, it's interesting that you said this is your baby because it really is.
Of course, it's your baby. Because you are a baby. I mean, you're a babe. Oh.
Whoa! All right, I'll take
you
that.
You are a babe. Oh, listen, let's talk about your baby here. Why the name?
Well, Ready, Steady, Go was an old show back in the 60s that would feature a lot of the great pop acts of the time, The Who, the Beatles, the Led Zeppelins, the Beach Boys, all of the great bands, the Rolling Stones. And so because this is a nostalgic, retro-sounding record, I wanted to go with something that sounded nostalgic and retro, but also, Ready, Steady, Go is just whenever I'm getting prepared for something and I tell my friends, okay, ready, go. Like that's like when we're
right.
So it's kind of just an exciting, like I'm ready and I'm ready to rock the world.
Like something you're familiar with.
Yes.
You use it a lot.
Yes.
That's amazing. Oh, listen. So why the 50s?
I grew up on the 50s. My dad my dad raised me on Elvis and old movies and Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin and Abbott and Costello, all the old greats. I Love Lucy and that's really what I was attracted to. My first car was a 66 Mustang. Second car was a 61 Galaxy. I just loved that era. I was born in the wrong time.
So listen, talking about loving and things, I want to know, because your fans, obviously, they go crazy. All they want to know, it's about girls. That's all they ask. That's all they care about. They're like, oh, tell him please if he likes Mexican fans, if he likes Latin girls. How do you like girls?
Someone who's confident, someone who doesn't conform because somebody else's opinions, someone who walks to the beat of their own drum, is artistic, that I can converse with. Someone who doesn't share the exact same opinions as I do, so that we don't have boring conversations at dinner, and we can and also somebody that I can learn from, somebody that can help me grow and help me learn along the way, and I think that's somebody who's solid in themselves, because I think that's really what a man needs.
So let's talk about Latin people and Latin fans. How are they different to American fans?
They are much more passionate.
Right? We are.
Way
We're
more
crazy.
passionate. I love it. When I play concerts in the States, they're screaming, excited, but when they come meet me, it's a picture, shake the hand,
They're just like afraid. They're like, hi, whatever.
Hi. Here it's hugs and kisses and gifts,
everywhere,
and I'm getting presents, and I'm getting hugs, and it's just amazing. They truly show you how much they love you, and it's great. I mean, these are my, really, speaking of Latin fans and people, these are my favorite fans, and a lot of the interviews I've been doing, people are saying, oh, you're saying that because you're here in Mexico, and really, no. The reason I'm here in Mexico is because my label said, where do you want? We're going to set up tours. Let's set up some places in the States, and I said, Before we do anything,
I want to go to Mexico.
Before we do anything, my fans in Mexico have been waiting so long, and I've been waiting so long to get back to see them, that they deserve me first, and they deserve to hear what I'm doing now and see the new stuff, and I want them to be, those are my fans in my heart. Really, are the fans here. So that's why I'm here.
I've seen you, like your movies, videos, everything about you, but I didn't know you were such like a good guy. You have a very good vibe, actually.
Thank you.
We need some people like our family, friends, whatever, that helps us like keep it down, keep it down to earth. Who does that in your life?
I try to surround myself with, I think that's one of the most important things that an artist can do is the people that you surround yourself with. And I think you can really tell with a lot of artists who's doing that and who's not doing that. And I think You know, my family is a big support system, and the great thing about my family is nobody in my family is in the business. No one's a musician, no one's an actor, no one's agent, manager. They're completely have their own worlds, their own lives, completely separate from the industry. So I think, you know what it is I love what I do so much that I wouldn't want anything
To get in your way.
deter it. I wouldn't want to do anything. You know, I got a good piece of advice when I was young, and a makeup artist told me, a really good friend of mine said, you know, the party train leaves the station every 15 minutes. You don't always have to get on. Go focus on what you need to do. Go work on your craft. Get better. Practice. Rehearse. Do what you love and get better at it. Because when you're done with that, here comes the party train. Now you can get on. Okay, now you can do that. But then, hey, you have to work the next morning. You have something to do. You have these things. You have these responsibilities. You don't have to get on the train because 15 minutes later, another one's gonna come. You know, you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm gonna miss that party, or I'm gonna miss that.
Right.
You know, that fear of missing out.
Exactly.
Well, because all that does is it truly makes you miss out on what really matters and what really is important. And I think that by not staying focused and doing that, you also lose sight of really why you do what you do. And the reason I do what I do is because of the fans. I mean, if I wasn't able to come to places like this and have a response like I get, I would be hanging out in my bedroom playing guitar, you know.
Right.
And so my goal is to share my art with the world, and anything that would get in the way of that or deter it is just not interesting to me.
So what do you do when you're sad? Because we all go through that.
Yep.
You know, it's very important for us like to cheer up, obviously. But do you have anything special that you do whenever you're down and sad, whatever?
That's the great thing about music. You know, there's always an escape. I've been a fan of music ever since I can remember even hearing music, and the way it makes me feel and the way that I can make other people feel is amazing. And I think that, you know, when I'm sad or I'm feeling down about something, you know, it's really nice to be able to get lost in a happy melody. You really have to kind of just understand that those times when you get down and you get sad and that is really temporary. You know, if you're being bullied at school, or if someone's telling you you're ugly, or someone's telling you that this, you have to first understand that the person telling you this is actually the sad person.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, because nobody who's happy says things like that. When someone's bullying you and telling you you're ugly, you have to remember that that person thinks that they're ugly.
Exactly.
So they need to project that onto you to make themselves feel pretty. So if you know that and you can understand that, when you go home, you almost feel, you don't feel bad, sorry for yourself, feel sorry for that person.
It is. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Give me a hug. Well said, Drake.
Thank you.
That was very, very good, because I know there's fans there that are gonna appreciate that message from you to them, because like your fans, like most of them are going through that, you know, they're being bullied, they're just being criticized. So it's very important that like their idol, and that like the way they say it, it's saying that to them. So
Well,
I
that's one of the
appreciate that.
things I love to do is I've been playing these high schools around the States, and I'll get these
Oh, I
girls.
saw that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a
amazing.
lot of fun, and you know, I get these girls coming up and they want me to sign their arms. You know, they say, "Oh, sign my arm," and you know, they'll have cuts on their arms and from self-harm. You know, and I just, it takes everything inside of me. I have to grab them and tell them, like, you know, I'm gonna cry. Maybe you're not being noticed at home. Maybe you're not being noticed at school. Maybe people are neglecting you, and you don't have many friends, or people don't understand why you like that thing, and you're being called a nerd for it, or something like that. But guess what? I see you, and I understand you, and I love you. You know, so that's the thing with my fans, is I want to spend every waking moment I can with them, and I want them to know that no matter where you are, no matter where you are, or where you're going, and what's happening in your life, or in school, or in your family, or anything, that I'm not some untouchable celebrity that is up on a stage, that comes in, gets the money. Sorry.
It's all right. It's
I'm
for
not
your
some,
fans.
yeah, I'm not some artist that just gets on stage, plays my concert, takes the money, and leaves. I'm here for them. I'm here for you. I'm here for all of the people who are told that they're ugly. I'm here for all of the people who are told that what they like is stupid. I'm here for all of I'm here for all of them, and to let them know that I see them, that you know, I notice them. You may not be getting noticed, but guess what? I notice you, and that's really important to me. And I think that that's really the that's why I love my fans.
Oh my God, thank you so much for this moment. Amazing, really. You're such a great human being. I think your fans are going to be so happy with that. Oh my God, I never thought you'd be like this. It's so happy there's people, like still people around the world like this.
Well, that's
like you.
that's
Not
the thing
that
about
only musician that's deep inside.
That's the thing about entertainment and about musicians is, from the dawn of time, musicians are community leaders. I mean, they bring people together. They're the, you know, they're not the untouchable celebrity that no pictures, get in the limo and get whisked away. I mean, that's some new thing that I don't understand. I mean, growing up for all time, I mean, the Beatles, all you need is love. Love me do. You know, P.S. I love you. From me to,
right.
You know, it's all about love and acceptance and community and family. And that's really what music is about, is to bring, I mean, when you sing a song, I mean, everyone wants to sing along, and what does it do? It brings people together, and it breaks barriers, it breaks walls. It's about going out into the public and going out to the people and embracing them and having them embrace you and sharing love and passion with the world.
Oh my God, I think I love you. I think I'm in love with you.
Oh,
you
thank
just
you.
won a heart here, man. Really, I am. I'm in love with you. I think I love you. You're such a great guy.
Thank
You're
you.
such a good guy. Outside, inside, everything. I'm so, now it's gonna be me crying. Oh my God, what the heck? I'm so grateful that I got the chance to be with you right now and have this chat. It's amazing. I think your fans are gonna enjoy so much. And well, last but not least, let's just finish talking about your album to your Mexican fans. A message for them. Let's not cry.
Yeah, I'm not sure when this is going to air, but my record is out. The more that you buy, the easier it's going to be for me to come and rock for you.
There you go. That's Drake. That was Drake Bell. But before we go, I want to know what's your plan. What's going to be? What's next after Mexico?
After Mexico, I go back to the States. I have a fall tour that I'm setting up. A really cool. This is a cool thing. It's a back. I want to, you know, I could go out and do a regular tour and everything, but these high school. I had this idea. A friend of mine teaches at a high school, and I went into the high school and thinking, oh, I'm just going to go have lunch with my friend. And all of a sudden, the high school erupted, and I was like, oh man, if I have my music here and was sharing with them, that's so perfect, because it's a lot easier for me to come to them than to try for them to get to me.
Of course.
So
Yes.
instead of trying to get them to come to my concert, why don't I just bring my concert to them? And so that was my idea. And in the fall, I'm doing a whole back to school thing where I'm going into all of these high schools and you know, presenting my concert and also like a small mini little festival where they can come in. If you want to play drums, we have drum sets set up. You want to play guitar, we have guitars set up. You want pianos,
Amazing.
we have all these booths with all of these things that kids can express themselves, you know, because in school, they don't have many ways to express themselves.
Right.
They're all just, 2 + 2 is 4, and do this, and all of the musical, everything's been taken away. So it's really good to bring this to the kids and say, hey, I'm here to entertain you. Now you entertain me.
Exactly.
And go
Exactly.
find something that you're passionate about and embrace it and run with it.
Aw. Well, that's amazing. Now you know. Thank you so much, Drake.
Thank you.
I'm in love with you.
Thank
I love
you.
you. Really, I'm a fan. And este fue Drake Bell, en especial Telehit. No se pueden perder este especial, chicos. Y yo me quedo con este gran ser humano, actor y músico. Y seguimos aquí en Telehit.